forgot our microphones.
Oh, okay. So I wonder if they can hear us.
Hello, everybody. It is January 29th. This is our first webinar for buyers. We are here again. I hope that you are joining us from your lunch table, from your quiet spot, so you can get some very, very important information. We're going to wait for a few folks to join us. I know we started maybe about a minute early, but we're just going to introduce ourselves again. I'm Betsy Nava Flores. I am the owner and broker of Harvest Real Estate. We're located here in Old Town Helotes. So we are at the shops at Old Town Helotes. If you know where the Cracked Mug is at, that's where we're at. We are literally just behind the gelato shop. So we're here typically Monday through Friday and by appointments on the weekends and evenings. And hey, let us know that you're here. So I do real estate full time. This is my full-time job. I've been doing it for about 20 years now. Just about 20 years. And we have, my husband and I have opened this boutique brokerage. We've been in business on our own for about 14 years and love it. We love it. We love serving our community. We love serving families. We are currently just over 1,000 transactions. We call them family served. Some people call them transactions, but over 1,000 families served by Roy, myself, and most of our team. So I just wanted to introduce myself with that. And I also want to let you know that you can always reach us here on Facebook. You can direct message us or you can text us. You know our number. So I'm going to pass it over to Yvonne so she can reintroduce herself. You can kind of get acquainted with us again.
Yeah. So I'm Yvonne Godina. I am a mortgage loan officer with Fairway Independent and a really good friend of Betsy. So we're excited to be here. First of all, we'll say shout out to Whitney for logging on during your lunch. So thank you so much. I hope that you're able to get some valuable information on this. And I know we didn't really talk about this, but I just wanted to send out prayers to Colby and his family and all the other families that kind of went through this tragedy. We have very small children. Family is very important to us. So we just pray right now that God keep them, give them strength at this time. And so I just wanted to do that before we started the session. But we're super excited to be here. We hope more people will get on.
Yes.
And we're just going to kind of just wait a couple more minutes, right?
Yeah, we'll just wait a couple more minutes. But today's agenda, what we wanted to talk to you about is really how do we get started? I want to buy a home. Kind of don't know what the process is. I watch a lot of reality TV. We see a lot of California shows and how $1 million listers, how they buy their home, or hey, you're going to see 3 houses, pick one. A lot of fun shows, and they're really fun and they're very entertaining. But the reality is that we do things a little differently in Texas. Texas is just such a unique market. We don't see a lot of the up markets or down markets. We're very steady, but we are at a very steady increase in value. San Antonio is a very favorable market. Our economy is very steady. We have a lot of employment opportunities. We do have a lot of military families that move here, come through here, come back through here, retire here. So we do serve our military community, and primarily we love to serve them exclusively because they have given so much of their own time and sacrifice for us. So we do love to serve and offer some great benefits to them as well. So that's kind of why we want to share the information, because I know you get a lot of information on TV, you get a lot of information maybe through some national Zillow sites, and those are all really great. They serve their purpose, but honestly, what we're about to share with you is something that's very unique. Just like each one of us is very unique in our situations and our circumstances, everyone is very unique in their own. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I want to tell you, number one, what is the benefit of home ownership? So some people say, well, why should I buy? I'm only going to be in San Antonio for a couple of years. I don't really see the benefit of owning a home. Well, I'll tell you why. On average, rents in San Antonio, if you're looking in the northwest section where we primarily do most of our business, if you're looking in this area, you're looking at rent rates on average of about $1,200 a month for maybe about 1,800 square feet. That's $1,200 a month times 12 months. That's $14,400. Check my math, somebody.
Yeah.
About $14,400 that you have paid out, and you're never going to see that money again. Okay. I don't know about you, but I find that, investments are really, really important, especially looking long term, and 4 or 5 years, 10 years, my actual retirement, whenever there is a day for retirement. The rents are continuing to increase. Owning a home, your mortgage payment will be fixed because you will have a fixed interest rate for the duration of the loan that you purchase. In very rare, very special circumstances, you might have an adjustable rate, but for the most part, your rent rates continue to increase, but your mortgage stays steady. So you will have more affordable living. Plus, you should have, by the end of your ownership of that home, you should have equity built into your home, because like I said, San Antonio is at a gradual increase. We're seeing for anywhere from 3 to 5% increase in value year over year. So if you haven't seen my market update for January for the 2019 year, check out the page. It's on our page here, and it gives you some pretty important information. Also, San Antonio is growing. You know that we have estimated 80,000 families moving into the northwest section of San Antonio, which includes pretty much everything from Fiesta, Texas, all the way down to Castroville. And we're looking at 80,000 families in the next 8 years. If you haven't seen the growth, there's another high school coming up just off of Gulm Road near Government Canyon. There's another high school potentially coming up near Redbird Ranch. There is another middle school opening up just across the street from Harlan High School. They cannot keep up. People are coming from everywhere. So you can see why San Antonio is such, I'm going to call it a safe haven. It's great temperatures. We have great people. We have a lot of home availability. We have a lower cost of living than most places across the country. So you can see why benefits of owning a home in San Antonio are really great, even if you're here for only a couple of years. And we can talk specifically about, where should I buy if I'm only going to be here for 3 years. We can discuss that a little bit later. Another one is you get actual tax deductions possibly off of owning your home. So there are federal taxes that will be credited, and still, of course, talk to your CPA about your specific circumstances, but there are some tax advantages of owning your home. Okay, there's write-offs, there's things that you can use towards saving at the end of the year. And then another one, of course, is you have the ability to increase your value by renovating. So you're renting a home, you don't like the kitchen, you renovate it, that's not your money. You're never going to get that back, okay? You change out flooring or add some nice bookshelves or whatever, you're never going to get that money back. If you own your home, you can renovate, you can add, you can dig, you can do whatever you want, and it's yours, okay? It's yours. You also want to consider actually who you hire to be your listing agent the day that you sell, okay? Market information and knowledge is so important, and that's for another episode. But those are the things that I want to share with you, the benefits of home ownership. I have a very exclusive buyer's guide. It is, right now I do have my winter 2020 buyer's guide out, and the reasons and benefits of owning a home. If you'd like a copy of that buyer's guide, drop me a one, or just type in there buyer's guide, and I will get one out to you as soon as possible. So those are things that are free. Those are resources that we work on the daily. Like I said, this is something that we do full time. So we are in the mix of the business, of the economy, of the things that are going on in our market. So we want to share that with you. So if you want a buyer's guide, let me know, and I can get one out to you. And so here we are, thinking about buying a house. I think I've given you a lot of benefits and a lot of value as to why you want to own a home. How do you get there? Well, okay, Betsy, you're telling me all these great things about buying a home. What do I need to do to get there? Okay, very first thing you want to do is you want to call me, because if you don't call me directly, you can call Yvonne and tell her, hey, I saw you and Betsy online. We want to talk. You want to call me? We will talk about your circumstances and see how best we can help you get into a position to buy. If you're already in a position where you've already been pre-qualified before, it's been a while, a pre-qualification is typically only good for about 90 days. Okay, so if it's been more than 90 days and you did a pre-qualification, we need to do a new one. Okay, so those things are going to change. You want to get a pre-approval, it is free and there's no obligation. So even if you say, oh my gosh, now I got to buy a house, no, you don't. But at least you know where you're at. We always want to make sure that we know where we're at in the process, because it is, yes, it's a process, but it is an investment and it's a big one for you. So it does take time, it takes energy, and it takes a little bit of homework on your part. So I'm going to let Yvonne discuss what the pre-qualification process looks like, and the importance of that we'll discuss here in a minute.
So I'm super, again, excited to be here, but I want to kind of go over two process with you. So one is a pre-qualification process, and one is a pre-approval. And so on the pre-qualification program, basically what you're doing is you're just giving somebody your general information, and they're going to tell you, yes, you can buy a home, or no, you can't buy a home. What I like to do in working with Betsy is we want to definitely look at all of your financial information and really give you good guidance of what you need to do. The most important thing is that we can provide you enough information so that you and your family can make a decision. Betsy and I are just here to walk beside you and guide you through the process. But definitely you want to start here first before you look for a home. Would you agree?
Right,
Yeah.
correct.
And the main reason for that is you may be looking at a $300,000 home, but only qualify for $200,000. And I promise you that once Betsy shows you those $300,000 home, you're going to want to stay in that price
Yes.
range, and you're going to get discouraged. So we don't want you to get discouraged, because we want you to be able to plan and benefit from all of the benefits of being a homeowner. We want to help people do that so that you stop paying someone else's rents. Okay. So the most important thing for us to do is to analyze your income and analyze your credit and find out what your buying power is. Okay. I would also discourage you from comparing situations or scenarios from somebody who purchased a home, right?
Yes, my brother just bought a house. His payment's only $600.
Yeah.
We don't know all the specifics about his loan, but it is tough to compare one person's loan to yours because every situation is unique.
It is very different and very unique. Betsy and I have both been in the business for over 25 years. We covered our grays, so you cannot see that today, okay, guys? But we have been in the business where, let me tell you, people, the type of financing that was done was crazy and outrageous.
Yes.
And so things are very controlled now, and we're all going to be looking at the same things on there. The most important thing for us to do is when we're analyzing your credit is we want to see, how are you paying your bills? How are you paying your debt? How much income? The general rule of thumb, and this is not set in stone, is most of the time we don't want your debt to exceed 45% of your household earnings, okay? So what that means to you is, what are you paying on credit cards? What are you paying on student loans? What are you paying on personal loans or car payments? Anything of that nature. And then we have to add in what your potential house payment's going to be. So that's how we're going to kind of figure that out. But in addition, if you are not ready there, Betsy and I will go over a game plan for you to help you get there. Because we truly believe that everyone deserves to buy a home and deserves to own a home. And maybe it may not be right now, but it might be in 2 months, 3 months, 6, or 1 year. And so we're going to help guide you through that process and get you there. If you would like a free credit report, we're going to offer that today. And so at the end of the Facebook, we will post Betsy's mobile app that you can actually go online and use that, okay?
Or if you would like to comment and you want a free credit report, just type in there, comment free credit report, and Yvonne will make sure to get a hold of you via Facebook, because Facebook is all-knowing.
Yes, everybody knows everything.
Yes. So we will send you a private message directly to you.
Yes, and so with that free credit report, I'll go over tips with you on things that you can do to improve your credit. And then I want to also let you know, come to us for advice and guidance, because sometimes you might hear from someone else, oh, I need to pay off all my collections, or I need to do this. And so you're making decisions before actually speaking to a licensed financial advisor to help you with that process. And maybe that money might have been well suited to be used somewhere else, or it could have been used to immediately get you in home. Sometimes you're not aware of your buying power immediately, and you could have purchased instead of throwing that money away from rent.
Yes.
And so we did check her calculation. She was right on that 14,000.
Is that
So let us.
That's third grade math, or third grade math, 12 times 12. Yeah, that's really important. And I will also advise, if you own your home and you think that you might want to sell your home and buy another home, okay? We can help you with that, but you also must go through the pre-qualification process. Heartbreak happens when you get your home ready to go, ready for sale. It's looking fantastic. We have an offer and we don't have a plan B. We always want to make sure that we know exactly the position that you're in, because if you sell your home and you don't have another place to go, or you can't purchase for another couple of months, or whatever the case may be, then we have concerns and things that will arise then. So it's always wise, if you're thinking down the road, I might want to sell my home, but I'm going to buy another home, what do we need to do? Pre-qualification.
Yes.
Okay, it's free, no obligation, and it does help to set your roadmap for that next transaction, that next process, next season in your life. So.
And even if you're an experienced buyer, even if you've purchased homes before, it's still important to start at the pre-qualification process. If you're buying multiple homes or investment properties or vacation homes, we'll definitely help you and guide you, through that process. And I will tell you, just as the weather changes every day, so does loan program and guidelines and so forth. So it's real important that we can really go through and analyze what's important for you and your family, and look at your income, your job history, your credit, and set a path for you so that you can, purchase a home. There's going to be a lot that's going to go into detail, but my job is to kind of make it very smooth and streamlined for you, to help you get qualified to purchase at home. And so we are really excited. I think both of us, you're going to find that we're always going to be honest with you, very nurturing, to make sure that you just have enough information to make a decision.
Right.
And so whether it's finding the right home or finding the right loan or right program for you, that's what we're here to help you do. No, go ahead.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, okay, great, fantastic, I can do a pre-qualification. What's the next step? As a buyer, let me let you know that sometimes you kind of get online, or maybe you're driving around the neighborhood and you see a sign and you think, hey, I'm just going to call the agent, no harm, no foul. I'm going to call the agent and on the sign and see what information they can give me. And that's all well and good, but let me just kind of give you the information about brokerage services here in Texas, okay? Texas law requires us to inform you that you have the right to have your own representation, okay? The seller hired that listing agent that put that sign on the yard to represent the seller. Okay, so the seller's listing agent whose sign is on the yard, they represent the seller. They don't represent the buyer. Okay, it's really important for you to have your own representation, because it's very difficult sometimes for that agent to serve both clients fairly and equally. And I tell you from experience, we have had situations where they were confused. They said, oh wait, I thought they worked for me, but really they work for the seller, and how is that fair? Well, it happens, and it happens a lot in Texas. So it's really important for you to understand why you need your own representation. Number one, because as a real estate agent, as a real estate broker, we owe you a lot of fiduciary and obligations as our client. Okay, so we owe you confidentiality, and we owe you our loyalty. We owe you a lot of different aspects of our services through the Texas Real Estate Commission that we're obligated to do. Okay, that is mandated by the law. That's number one. You can have your own agent. Okay, so I encourage you, if you're looking around hire an agent. You don't have to pay an agent a nickel. If an agent says, hey, you have to pay me money, you have to pay me a retainer fee, question that, okay? Think about that, because no agent should be charging you to hire them to be your realtor. Sellers agents get paid by the seller. They have a commission that's paid to them, and they will pay the buyer's agent a portion of that commission. So you don't have to worry about trying to negotiate all that. That's already agreed upon between the seller and his agent, okay, or her agent. That's not something you have to be worried about. If you think, oh, I'm going to get a better deal if I don't have a buyer's agent, not the case, because that agent is still going to get their commission, okay? So it's very important that you understand that you do not have to pay a fee to have a buyer's agent represent you, okay? You want an agent who is experienced. Buying a home is the largest investment you're ever going to make, whether it's a small home, a big home, investment home, vacation home, whatever the case may be. It is a big investment, and you want someone on your side that is going to guide you through some of the toughest parts of a negotiation, okay? Toughest parts of negotiating repairs, appraisal issues that may arise, issues with surveys that may arise, issues with title that might come up. These are things that you might not know of because it's not your daily, everyday thing, like your job, your profession. This is my profession. This is what I do for a living. My 100% job is being a real estate broker and being in the ins and outs of the industry and the changing environments and things that happen. So you want someone on your side that is going to act on your behalf, negotiate with a lot of experience and skill, with over 1,000 homes and families served. Experience, okay? You want a full-time agent. You don't want someone that can only help you after they get off their job, their day job, or maybe even someone that just has sold a couple of homes in the time that they've been doing real estate. Or you want to really, really get into interviewing your agent, and we can talk about that a little bit more detail. And of course, like I said, you want someone on your side. It's no obligation for you to call me, talk to me, let's see what's going on. And there's no obligation for you to use me, but there is a benefit for having someone that is very skilled. And then I will say an expert, because they say that it takes over 20,000 hours of work in the field to make you an expert. I think I've exceeded that a long time ago, but needless to say, everybody knows a realtor. Your cousin might be a realtor, your friend might be a realtor, your coworker might be a realtor. People have a real estate license. It's not that difficult to get your real estate license, but it is difficult to stay the course. It is difficult to stay committed to the work. It is difficult to forego a lot of things initially, because there is a lot of time that it takes to learn, to ramp up, to be of good use to your client, okay? So just with that being said, that's what I do as a real estate broker. And that's a benefit for you. So if you are interested and you would like some more information, please reach out to us. Let me know. Because, like I said, truly, I'm not exaggerating. Heartbreak happens a lot, okay? You don't want to start shopping for that house and you don't even know how much you qualify for. So that is our very, very first step. So let us help you get on that roadmap. I will tell you one common thing that some people ask me is like, well, I'm self-employed. I'm a nail technician. I'm a hairdresser. I, might have another job that's self-employed that you have to do a 1099. You do your own taxes. You can buy a house, okay? But there is requirements that you have to do when you file your tax return, so that you're not completely writing everything off. That you necessarily don't need to, because then you put yourself in a position of not being able to qualify. And those are all things that we can talk about in terms of what you can do as a self-employed employee, so that you can get yourself in a position in the future to buy a home.
Yeah. And really, San Antonio market is so good right now, the economy, that the interest rates are great, and it's a perfect opportunity to purchase a home. A lot of individuals, depending on their resident status here, may not think that they can purchase, but we can help people who have work visas, as long as it their work visa will continue for 3 years. We have individuals that have not been at their job for 2 years, but maybe they have a college education or a degree or something in the same line of business. So don't assume or maybe talk to somebody who's not in the field and allow them to discourage you from purchase. Please call us and let us know, because I promise you, as long as I've been doing this since 25 years, I have not seen one application look the same. Never. And so that means that if one does not look the same, every situation is different.
Yes.
And every client's needs are different. And so we're here to really guide you and walk you through it. And it's also important that you kind of have all your financial information together, so that when we do go through it, then we can analyze what income did you get, whether it's off a W-2 or a 1099, what do you have in your retirement account, what's your potential savings, and let's just kind of go through that.
Yeah.
We've also have helped people that families have co-signed for them. So it's a perfect opportunity that we will review every avenue to help you get into a home.
Yep. Any questions? I think Yvonne and I have shared a lot of information, but anybody have any questions that you've been wanting to ask, have been afraid to ask, or just kind of curious? We're here. I'm going to give you guys another couple of minutes, but we promise every Wednesday we will be here online, whether we have 5 watchers or we have 25. This is our commitment. This is our commitment to you. It is our duty. It is our duty to educate and to give you guys information as to the ins and outs of buying, buying and selling. But yeah, that's definitely something that we have a passion for. We are both educators in a sense. We like to teach people exactly what they need to do and guide you through the process. So I know a couple of people here are actually my past clients, but very sweet friends of mine. My friend Whitney, who was watching, I don't know if she's still on, but she did buy a home and went to work. Yeah. Hi, Whitney. So yeah, and if you have had experience with me and Yvonne, please do share. We'd love to hear from you. And she knows, because she's traveled quite a bit. So she settled in San Antonio and she loves it. She loves it. But yeah, and then Daisy, I think you're next on my list to get you into a home, right? So we have some great giveaways. If you shared, if you commented, if you were online watching, we're gonna put your name in a drawing, and we have a few giveaways for you guys. But truly, if you find value in this, or you have a friend that is looking or is considering purchasing a home, let us help them. So just shoot us an email, a direct message, IM, whatever. We're on Instagram too. So if you find value in it, go ahead and share.
Yeah. And then next week we're going to talk about maybe some specific programs, understanding an inspection. So each week was going to be something new, something different. So we're super excited to.
What is an appraisal? There's a lot. There is so much that goes into buying a home, and sometimes people make it look really easy.
We will make it look really easy.
We will make it look really easy. We will buffer all the craziness as much as we can, but some people do make it look easy. Everyone's situation is different.
Right.
Everyone has a distinct circumstance, but we will try our very, very best to at least make it a very pleasant experience. Okay. With that being said, I hope you had a good lunch. It is about 12:30. So if you care to share.
Yes.
Have a fantastic Wednesday, guys.
Bye.